Welcome. In today's lecture, we are going to cover up the topic that is torque wrenches and where they are used, what the need is of these torque wrenches are. We will cover up some videos also that how to set these torque wrenches because these are essential parts in today's assembly of engines and other parts also to save the nut and bolts for unwanted stresses because if the nuts are tightened as per our own specification, then some unnecessary torque will be there. So starting with today's lecture, the first thing is that why torque wrenches are required, because I have here shown you two images. In the image you can see clearly over here that in the first image there is a figure between clamping force and the specified torque, because specified torque for each and every net is specified in the engine manual also. It is generally given in Newton meter in our own country, or foot pound it is also given if the countries are of British or European countries are there. So the torque is specified for a nut, because what used to happen when we apply a torque, you can see in the image the torque is being applied by a lever to a bolt, and what we see when we apply the torque, by applying the torque, the clamping force also increases, and up to a certain limit both are proportional. Means proportional means if the torque is increasing, then the clamping force is also increasing. But what used to happen later on, yield used to start in the material, because material used to give a certain deformation, and we have to tighten the bolt under yield zone. Means within yield zone we have to tighten, because we can have the benefit of spring back force. You can easily see over here the spring back force which is being mentioned over here. The final torque is to be should be over here. Means beyond this no torque should be given, because what will happen after this, the nut or bolt will become useless. So that's why a specified torque is given for each and nut and bolt. Typically bolts are torqued to a specified limit. Then again an additional partial turn to each bolt yield zone, means a torque is given and thereafter a partial turn, that is if for certain cases the torque is given 30 Newton meter, and thereafter they have given 90-degree turn plus 90-degree, means 30 Newton torque you have to specify up to this limit, and thereafter 30-degree you have to rotate the nut also. Here 90-degree you have to rotate the nut also. So I will explain you through video that how this used to happen. And need of torque wrenches, because I am reading over here, many nuts and bolts on the vehicle require on the vehicle body require specific value of torque to stay in tightened condition during operation, because we know that when the wheels are operated several nuts are there, and if those nuts are not given the specific torque, what will happen, the wheel will get open and it will be dangerous for the driver also, or the person who is moving on the road. So that's why for safety this is required, for safety of the nut and bolt and safety of the tightening part also, because if the part get loose it will be dangerous. If kept loosened they will come out from the assembly because of vibration. Torque wrenches is used to apply and measure correct torque required for tightening the bolt or nut, means correct torque should be given. I have specified you through this figure also that what correct torque is. So every time you have to explain this figure also, because this figure ultimately explains the need of torque wrench. This is the clamping force and this is the torque. And third is it is specifically designed socket spanner, because it is a socket spanner type this, which contain a pointer to indicate the torque which is to be applied. Because in this what used to happen, there is one pointer, here the pointer is there, and I will show you that how to set it. In this image also the pointer is there. It is a sleeve type pointer, because how much the sleeve will open and that much torque you will get. Means upside we go, the value used to get increased, and downside we go used to go, the torque value used to get decreased. Similarly is for this, the value used to increase, and if the downside we used to go, the value used to decrease. There is one lock nut also in this. This is the lock nut. I will show you through the video also. This is a lock nut. And here also one lock nut is there, because if the torque is set, that should not be moved, because when we have set a particular torque, then it should work on that torque itself. The torque wrenches are of two types. One is of analog type, because we are using a mechanical type torque wrench. Similar is the case with measuring instrument also, because these days we are using analog measuring instrument like vernier calipers, micrometers. But there are some digital torque wrench also, because in this a digital reading of torque which is being specified is shown. You can directly change the reading units also from foot pound to other units. And this is the box of the torque wrench which is being shown, because I have told you it is a socket. There are several sockets being placed over here. This section is the complete socket section, and this section is a ratchet type torque, because you can see directly over here a ratchet type lever is given, so that motion can be in particular direction. Means if it is in this direction, then it can move then we have locked the anti-clockwise direction motion, and if it is in this direction, then the other motion is being locked. And this we have to rotate. The rotatory motion we have to give to set the torque. So we are going to the video also, then how to set a torque wrench. So starting with the video. Now in the video, what is being shown, that he is going to tighten the means the nuts of bolts of wheel. And what he is going to do, firstly he will go through the manual, that what torque he has to specify. The torque specifications are given over here. In the torque specification, when we go to the last box, we see in the last they have mentioned, moving ahead, wheel lug nets. So what torque we have to specify for the wheel lug nets? It has been mentioned over here. It is 80 Newton meter. It is being shown over here. Means it is in foot pound or inch lbs. That is 80 Newton meter we have to specify. So that provision will be given in the torque wrench to give the torque in what standard they want. And he has set the foot pound type torque, which is being shown over here. This is a torque, and this is foot and pound. Now he will start to set the torque, and one rotary scale is also there. Means one circular scale is there and one linear scale is there in this. Now he is starting to set the torque. I will explain you through this image itself. Now he is starting with the with the starting point, which is shown over here. In the initial, he is showing that if we have to unlock the moving scale, then we have to rotate it in anti-clockwise direction. Means if you rotate in clockwise direction, what he is doing, then it will get locked. And if you rotate in anti-clockwise, what he is doing over here, anti-clockwise he is rotating, then it will go unlock. Now after unlocking, only you can rotate it. Now he will rotate. Initially what you are seeing, that it is set to what torque? It is set to the 25 foot pound torque. This is for 25 foot pound. Now it is a clear image. 25 foot pound. Now if we move to this point, it will be 26. If this point will be matched to this vertical line, that will be 26. Now he will show 26 to you. Now he will rotate. This is the vertical line he is showing. Now it is a 25, because 25 is mentioned over here. That 25 is mentioned. Now this point will match, then it will be 26. So starting with the this, he will rotate. And what you see after rotation, now this is the 26 value. Now after certain rotation it will be 27. Now after certain rotation it will be 28. Now it will be 29. And at the fifth value it will be 25 plus 5, that is 30. Now if we reach the 10th value, then it will be, now 25 plus 5 we have achieved, that is 30. The 10th value will be 35. So directly he will move to the 10th. It is 35. Now it is 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70 and 75. Now we have reached the 75 value. In the previous you can see that I am now it was 75. Now it will be 80. Now this torque now here is the value of that value which was required, the 80. Now we can easily see that how we have to set the torque over here, because in the video it is being shown to you that the torque was set and how it was set, because the same thing is that we have to rotate this circular scale and we have to get that value. And later what else is there, that features, what are the features of torque wrench are there. Enhanced version of mechanical torque wrench, because the mechanical torque wrench is being shown to you, come with facility to preset the value of torque. Means the torque value I have shown you how to preset that value. While operating on nut on bolt, as soon as the preset value of torque is reached, a click sound alerts the worker. Means what used to be the case when we are operating a torque wrench and we are tightening a certain thing, means wheel nut we are tightening, sound will be heard when we set a torque and tighten it, because he is tightening and at the last moment he will hear one sound, one slippery sound will be there, and from the slippery sound he will identify that not beyond this, means what torque he has set, the 18 foot-pound torque which he has set, it has gone slipped, means slipping sound he will heard, and this means that the torque, that the specified torque is applied to this nut. Now he will move to the second, now he will move to the third, and one by one he will tighten all these nuts. So the click sound is the main thing that we have to hear. Moreover, digital torque wrenches are also available these days. These torque wrenches are more precise, easy to operate, because no manual or skill is required to set it, because we used to get the direct reading on the means on the display itself, the display which was shown to you. On the display we get the torque, what torque is required. Efficiency and accuracy of torque wrench highly depend on its calibration, because it should be calibrated. If some fault is there, because what used to happen, if the certain faults are there, then one screw is also there in this, and we have to open it through and tighten it through a Allen key, because if it is not specified, the screw location is being shown over here, the cap is to be removed and an Allen key is to be used in this to set the specified torque. And this is the extension and this is the socket which is used. Here one more torque wrench is there, that is called angular torque wrench, and I would like to show you that how to use this angular torque wrench in this video. Through this video I would like to show you. These are the bolts which are to be tightened. These are cylinder head bolts. From the head they used to go to the cylinder block, and this is the angular torque wrench. Through a certain angle we can give the torque. So firstly we will go through the manual. This is the BMW manual, and in this you can see the cylinder head. These many holes are there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The 14 holes are there, and their tightening sequence is also given, because we have to tighten from center to the outwards, and that also in the diagonal way. Means first and second is to be tightened, then we will move diagonally, third and diagonally fourth, fifth and diagonally sixth, seventh will be there and diagonally eighth will be there, ninth will be there and diagonally 10th will be there. Means diagonally the next sequence after 9th will be diagonally opposite, just to prevent the uneven bending of the cylinder head and other losses which damage which can be done by directly tightening it without any sequence. Now we are going through a torque what they have specified. These are the cylinder head torque which are mentioned over here. In the torque what you will see, there are 3 stages of tightening a particular nut. Means for all the 14 bolts what we have to apply, there are 3 stages. Firstly we have to give a torque of 30 Newton meter, so a torque wrench. As soon as it gets slipped or clicking sound is heard, we will remove that torque wrench and set it to a higher torque, means above than 30, that it shouldn't get slipped, 40, 50, whatever we want. And then we will rotate the nut 90 degree more and then again 90 degree more. Means after a specific torque we will give angular torque. Angular torque is given by angular torque wrench, and what used to be done for this, because very much strength is required. Now he has placed the gasket. After placing the gasket, there is a cylinder head. He has placed the cylinder head. These are the nuts he is placing. Now these nuts are to be tightened, because several vibrations are there. He is showing the nuts, and we have to tighten it within the yield limit, because permanent deformation used to get in yield limit. Beyond this we have to move, and the diagonal motion he has mentioned, center we have to tighten to the outwards, Now he has specified the particular torque. This torque is the stage 1, first stage. Now angular meter will be used for after tightening all this to the specified torque. Angle meter will be used. The angle torque, what range, the angle torque which what it is used is to give a specified angular torque. It is being fixed to a particular position, and if it is mentioned that you have to tighten it, this is the nut which is used to tighten it to a fixed position. He will tighten it through this nut, and what he will do, a 90-degree rotation he will give. See how he gives the 90-degree rotation. Now he has given this is the 90-degree rotation, and you can see on this angle scale also that it has moved 90 degree. He will show you that from this position to this position the pointer has moved by an angle of 90 degree. Now again a 90-degree twist is to be given. This will be very heavy twist he is mentioning. Now he is again giving the another 90-degree twist. So this is why two types of torque wrenches are there. One is the specified torque, another torque that is given in the terms of angle. Now he is giving the another torque of 90 degree, that is very much hard to give the torque, and he has given. So this is the way the tightening is being done, and the complete video is shown over here. Moving back to the slide, the last point was the periodic calibration should be of torque wrench has to be followed, because a wrong torque will lead to error and failure. And with this we are ending the topic of torque wrench. Hopefully you have understand the topic, and the concept should be clear to you that why these are required and what the need of yield zone is there. Thank you very much.